we're going to get going. So again, um, we are going to do middle school first. We're super excited about it. And then we are going to do high school second. If you guys are looking on the screen, we've gotten a ton of sponsors that we thank for being able to let us put these on, put these programs on, along with the prospects. A lot of the teachers out there that you guys are, thank you for coming to do our professional development and putting up with me and then delightfully getting to work with Tiana. That's kind of how that works. But you guys are all great. And there it is. I think we're ready to go. I
Cool.
don't
I'm
know. Should
gonna kick
I?
her off then, or start the show for you.
Okay. Somebody wants to do AI meeting notes. I will approve it. Whoever that is, let me know how the notes go. Okay. All right. And I'm still admitting. All right. So, hello, 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 hello. I put in my own effects sometimes to the 2016 prospects. Thanks for showing up to the virtual show. We're excited to give tons of kids. This actually is probably going to be a year where we kind of restructured the money a little bit, but I think we're giving more kids maybe a couple of the bigger prizes are a little bit smaller, but we're going to give a lot more kids around the state of Montana some cash for solving problems and being here. So we're super excited that you're here. Obviously, I'm James Easton. Thank you. And then on deck, the mastermind, everybody that you need to do this stuff. We got Tiana. Tiana, want you to say anything?
Welcome. Thanks for being here, and thanks for all you guys did this year.
Nailed it. All right. Next slide. Okay, housekeeping, you guys. Obviously, we're recording. If you do want to get off of mute, do that and say something. But if not, try to stay back on mute. That would be awesome. Obviously, finalists and prize winners are encouraged to celebrate. We just put it on, and then we can hit the mute all if we have to. Again, before, if you just got on, we're going to do middle school first, then we're going to do high school. We'll do some other little pieces of it of housekeeping throughout the way. So with that, welcome again. We got over, $40,000 in prizes, scholarships, across the board. We're looking every year to make things a little bit better. We added some categories. We had some great submissions, so we're pretty excited to let everybody know how they stacked up. Over 200 submissions. We're going to continue to grow this thing and keep rolling. We got a few other new schools that we haven't had before. Last year we had three kindergarten through fourth graders. I'm pretty excited to say we had nine this year. So, like, super excited. If you guys put one in and we might have missed your school, go ahead and check out this. Here's the schools that we had on today. So if we did miss you, maybe put it in the, just in the chat or shoot me an email. Just want to make sure when we get this list that we have it correct. But there was a lot of submissions, and sometimes it's hard to go all of them at one time. But we're excited to continue to grow and grow. So, all right. Here we go. To kick things off, you guys, that was kind of some of the housekeeping. Thanks for being here. We do have the Montana Chamber Foundation chair. Mr. Paul Hopfoff is going to kick off with a couple of words. Thanks for being here, Paul.
No, thanks, James, and it's a pleasure to be able to chair this board. First, thank you for the sponsors. They help fund this and make this happen. Really want to thank all of you for your submissions and your great ideas, the hard work you put into it. We look forward to this time of the year every year to learn about your great ideas. If be thinking about ideas for next year. It's not too early. Special thanks to all the teachers that not only teach this really powerful Empower curriculum, but that have helped support, guide you, and help with these submissions. I'm super excited to see what the winning ideas were. James and Tiana, let's give away some money.
Thank you,
All
Paul.
right. Thanks, Paul. I saw a few if I'm going to miss them, but obviously, you guys were the Montana Chamber Foundation, which is the educational foundation of the Montana Chamber of Commerce. We are together. I do want to thank Paul for the board, but we also do have a couple other board members that I saw were on here, and Ron and Katie and Allie, and I think if I missed a couple, but we do want to thank the board members for jumping on to, just see what's shaking and see what kids are doing around the state. So with that, you guys, we're going to start with the kindergarten through eighth graders, and let's get into it. All right, so Hack My School. If anybody doesn't know, obviously we have it is about making your school better. So it's kind of saying, hey, what can we do within our school and our community to just make it a little bit better, right? And it's pretty cool to see some of what the kids do in the past. Some of these kids actually get that taken care of. They do it. It is one of the empowered activities. So we like to really highlight this. And so with that, we're going to go and give some money away, starting with, so we have our honorable mentions for fifth through eighth grade. And here we go, $50 a pop. We got the monthly motion, Tayson from Malta. We got Long Lunch, Lindy and Paisley from Lima. We got Can Friday Be a Free Day? I think most kids that aren't on a 4-day school week with Friday off are going to agree with Riley from Belt. And the vending machine, Israel and Aaron out of Malta. You guys, that's $50 cash coming to you. So, excited. You guys are the first dollar bills out the door. So good job. Now, our finalists for the fifth through eighth grade at $100 a person. Here we go. We got the Busy Bears Preschool and Daycare Center. That is Adriana, Josiah, Sadie, and Will and Brady out of Lima, which was super cool. They're trying to get their school. There was a building in Lima that they're like, hey, we need childcare. There's no building. They kind of looked at that, and it was pretty cool. So Protect the Head, Kaysen and Trenton out of Malta for their Hack Their School. I think that's where it's at. They're looking to sell some stuff to try to get new upgraded helmets for their football team, right? So peer tutoring program, awesome. Anna and Isla out of Malta, setting up something where kids get to give back to other kids and do some peer tutoring. And then the Husky Esports, Maddock, trying to say, hey, let's start esports for some culture and everything out there. They did a great job out of Belt. Good job, you guys. All right. I did like it. The interview of the Husky Esports was, especially in a town like Belt, it was super cool because it was like, these are opportunities that sometimes these smaller rural schools don't get. And like thinking about how to bring some of that in is, there's the education, there's, everything that you need to look at it. So I love thinking outside the box. So, okay. I guess nobody unmuted and cut me down and said, hey, on the clap. So just make sure that you guys do that if you want. Vacant lot. I might have merged Lima's because Lima also has a building, so I might have merged those. But vacant lot, similar to Hack My School, you guys look at something in your community and how can you make it better? Is it an empty building? Is it an empty lot? Is it an area of town? And so letting these kids kind of solve problems to make their communities better. So with that, here we go. All right, honorable mentions, $50 a piece. First one goes to the Fitness Gym, Mary and Kimber out of Malta. Nice work. The Sand Court, Silvana out of Belt. And the Safe Haven Animal Shelter, Jaylee and Adeline out of Malta. Great job, great ideas. We love this, that you guys are thinking about how you guys can make your communities better. And then for the finalists, which are the winners, Tiana.
Oh, the missed one. These are our
That's all right. All right. Love this one. Everybody right here, before you go to the next one, Belt, Montana. We got middle schoolers that told us that they can't have a license and but their parents will let them ride their horse to school or into town. So they want to put up new hitching posts so that these underage drivers are not underage riders can get into town and have, cruise the street with their horses. So hitching for horses I love the idea of bringing that and that you guys are doing it. And then Lyndon, Kinsley, and Hadley, great work. All right, next one. Bailey Building Community Projects, the Keegan, Diana, Zoe, and Lexi. That was the old abandoned building that was in Lima. Trying to bring back a little bit within the community. Love it. Community Garden, Liam and Belt. Everybody jump on it. Everybody loves a community garden. And there we go. That was the finalists at $100. A lot less this year. So you middle school teachers. We had a couple of schools that didn't do it. So, hopefully if we can get a lot more to get into that vacant lot category next year, let's do it. So, and now Design Challenge, which had the most submissions within the middle school categories this year. Design Challenge for kindergarten through fourth grade only got these two cards. What can they come up with between a bicycle and a toothbrush? And we did have 9 out of Bainville and Culbertson, which was awesome. And so with that, let's go ahead and do this. The K through 4 finalists are Aubrey's excellent egg washer. She's got toothbrushes for all these kids that have chickens to clean off their eggs. She's making an egg washer. She also did double down and say that it would also clean fresh fruits and vegetables if needed in a pinch. So super great. That was from second grader. Row and Grow right there. Let's keep going. Convertible cave. Florence out of Culbertson. She is making a cave, which is not on the market, with a wheel and a toothbrush that'll kind of scratch the back of anybody with a pet hedgehog. So this is a complete idea for a pet hedgehog. Florence, way to get after it. Briggs Fantastic Creations in Culbertson. Now, with that, I'm going to let you go ahead and light them all up there, Tiana. We had 9 this year, and we had a first grader and a bunch of second graders, and we're sending money to all of them. So you guys get after it. We are excited to give you guys some money. Make sure, if any of you are on right now, from the K through fourth grade, that $25 is yours. Make sure your parents give you the money. You guys spend it, okay? Maybe save 5.
And I'm only counting 8, so if you don't see your name, don't panic. You all are getting $25. And I did just want to give a quick shout out. All of these are second graders except Carter. He's a kindergartner, which I just think is so amazing that we had a kindergartner. That's been the goal, is to get some young kiddos doing this. And his sister was our first grader last year. So thank you guys.
Great job, you guys. Love seeing what you come up with. Now, for 5th grade through 8th grade, as they get older, now we have 3 cards. So you got to start being a little bit more out there in what you guys are doing. We did have this one. I think we had 40, almost 50 submissions. So we are, I think that's it. We gave them money. We're going to pay 15 kids out of this group. I think there was 45. So you got a 1 in 3 chance, but they had to take a suitcase, some rope, and a drill. And what they come up with is, here we go. Honorable mentions. The Jump Shot Pack out of Washington Middle School in Glendive. Finley, great job. The Lazy Lifter. The Tea Caddy, a little golf creation. Nexa Lift from Sheridan Middle School. Love it. And then the Farm Lift Tech out of Washington Middle School in Glendive. We did have a lot with Michael bringing it in with his math class. So love it. So great job. $50. Honorable mention. Now here we go. These are going to be the $500 winners, and then we're going to go into the main winners of, there's no order with it, but $200 a pop. Old Timers Orbit, Lydia, Washington Middle School. The Thermal Hydrate, RCR Trash Cans, the Snack Pack, and the Bunk Bed Bestie. Those guys are coming up with all of them. Great work. Okay, go ahead. Now, So the winners, here we go. Washington Middle School, Volley Vision, Rowan Claire Willow. If you guys have ever seen basketball, they took the three of these together to the rope of a volleyball net. And if you've seen basketball where there's a rebounding machine, they wanted to create a setting machine so you could practice volleyball on your own. So kind of taking that, they used the drill to shoot up, right? They had the ropes that you would tie it to from the rope, and then the suitcases, the canisters that they would shoot the ball. So great job. We have the Brush Buddy also from Glendive. Love the creativity that you can wash your toothbrushes. It's using a drill technology to get after it. Loved it. It was great. Chain and Go, Sheridan Middle School, turning a suitcase into, they already have it, but they kind of combined it other stuff, but changing stations that are more secure and more private for, parents that are need to change babies' diapers on the go. And then the drill dryer, you guys, after the fact, I was in it, but most people that know me, the teachers, me living out of my van, this is a portable dryer that if I had a dryer that I could take with me, it would be that you put it in a suitcase. It's drill activated, so I could be washing my clothes down by the river and have a dryer in the van, and it would be great. So if you guys make one for me, I will definitely prototype that for you. So great job to all the design challenge winners. You guys absolutely were creative and killed it, and everybody else that did it, just keep it going. We love seeing you guys be super creative. So. This year, so I think we only had four this year, right? Yeah, I think four. We had existing business. This is cool. The fact last year, I think we had maybe eight or nine. But any of you middle schoolers out there that have already started your own business, you're already out there just putting the hustle in and making your own money. Like, we love to see it. And so we have first and second and third place in this year's competition. In the third place, $100 cash is going to the Team Macro Archie Alert. That is the main sequence robotics with Bella, Gus, Emily, Joey, and Angus. Great job. Love to see what you guys are doing every year. We love that the robotics teams that are going in there and making all that stuff is amazing. So, second place. All right. Right here, LJ Beef and Livestock. This kid working on the ranch. His parents, for him doing his job, he gets to have a couple ahead, and he's working on his own herd, and he's getting into this, and as a middle schooler, super great. Keep it going, and look how you're going to separate that and start on your own. And then first place, Rapid Fire Montana. Um, I'm blanking. Tiana, Rapid Fire. What are they doing?
I don't remember either.
Where's Rapid Fire?
I know it was awesome, and I absolutely love that it came from Kalispell. We haven't seen them as much, so thank you, Duke,
I'm
and
good.
your teacher for an awesome submission.
Hey, Duke, that is my bad. I might have to put that up to $310 because I just blanked on it. I was doing pretty good. I had a pretty flawless show going, but nobody's perfect. So, all right, first place. Great job. All right. So, with that, you guys, we are going to get into the high school. And for everybody, you get a breath of fresh air because I'm done for a little bit and Tiana's going to keep rolling. So, Tiana, take it over.
I don't know. I talk just about as much as James does. So, welcome again. We are going to kick off our high school, so 9 through 12. I love watching the middle school portion first because they are what is now coming up into our high school categories, which is so cool. We are going to kick this off with school enterprise. We added this category in a few years ago, noticing a lot of your schools around the state have some super cool businesses, and we want to highlight those. So, our winners for school enterprise is first place with Skyview Shop out of Skyview High School, Ava, Kylie, and Chase. Thank you guys. Second place with $500, we've got SHS Enterprise. We've got Bryce out of Stevensville. And our third place is the Spirit Box for $250, and that is Mason out of Stevensville High School. And we have names. Those are the ones who submitted, but we know your DECAs are doing it, your BPAs, your classes. It's so cool. So thank you, School Enterprise. I do want to say if I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do my absolute best here.
I love it. And then Tiana, some cool things that each of those are doing. Skyview, with the market days, the kids that are making their own stuff, they get to sell it, right? And there's some cool things. The SHS Enterprise that down at Stevensville, they're making the team shirts. Like they're not outsourcing when teams, like the back to school teacher t-shirts and hats. They're making a lot of the swag for Stevensville. So it's pretty cool that, these kids and the school store are then taken over and they're not having to outsource and go to these other people to make all their cool gear. So really keep it going. You guys did a great job.
All right, so Project 406 is a new category we had this year. The last couple of years we had Hack My State with childcare, and when we talked to your teachers at our professional development event this last fall, we were like, how could we make this different? How could we make this better? What do you guys think? And we were thinking different categories to kind of feed to different students' interests as well as what is specifically going on in your community or your school or anything like that. So we came up with a couple different categories this year, which were community beautification and engagement, your school, childcare, housing, and mental health awareness. I will do my best to talk to certain ones of these. I do look at literally everybody's submissions though. So I've seen 200 plus submissions, so bear with me. But I do know we saw a lot of talent throughout every single category this year. And Project 406 was a really fun one to kind of see come to fruition this year. So we're going to kick Project 406 off with our honorable mentions at $100 each. We've got I can't quite remember how you pronounce that one. Vero Container from Liam. He was our only housing submission out of Hellgate. And so if you know across our country, housing is a real problem. So I really applaud him for trying to find a solution for that. Next, we have youth childcare, Aurora. Childcare also big problem, and we didn't have quite as many childcare submissions. So the ones we did see were really exciting, and that was out of Sheridan. School common area, that was Isabel, and that had to do with her school and just utilizing space better and different things like that. I really appreciated seeing that one. Sun lamps in classrooms. I am a former teacher, and I'm obviously talking to a whole plethora of teachers right now. I think we all can agree that the crappy lights in our classroom suck. And having these sun lamps in classrooms would be super nice. Cora, Lily, and Mackenzie. I think it'd be super cool if you guys could actually kind of come through with some of that for your fellow teachers and or fellow classmates and your teachers. Fly Fish Montana sustainability. This was super cool. My husband's a fly fisherman. Really saw some potential with this one. That was the community. I'm just gonna say community because that's a very long title. But good job thinking outside the box for those ones. And then we have our winners at $250. We've got Trash Around Missoula, Mesa, and Sophie. That's also to do with community. Just bringing in their Missoula community, stuff with trash cans, just making it look nice, stay nice. A cap on cannabis. Ella, Madison, and Olive. This really thought outside the box. I thought that this was a really unique idea. Remodeling Elms Park, Nathaniel and Jax, also community. The mural project, Jordan, Paxton, Ezekiel, and Zoe. That had to do with, this one was super cool, putting pretty murals up around their school, painting. That was out of Stevensville. And then we had Memorial Park, Briggs, that had to do with his community, and he actually brought a former friend that had passed away into it, and that was a very emotional submission, so I appreciated you thinking outside the box on that one. Um, Thank you guys, Project 406. Great job. And I do want to say we did have 77 virtual judges this year, which is, since I've been doing this portion, that's the most that I've ever seen. So once it goes from our in-house judging, you have to meet a certain score based on the rubrics. Then we push it out to two different groupings of judges, and then they score, and it's quite the production, and it's really cool. Like the people who are looking at your submissions are business leaders, workforce advocates, people who just support students across Montana. So it's not just anybody looking at your submission. So it's actually a pretty big deal that you guys are getting some cool um, feedback and scores on your ideas. Next up, we had
Yana,
marketing. Yeah.
hey, I had to look it up. Duke, he's making fire starters. He's
That's right.
fire starters to everybody camping. He's been making homemade fire starters, and he's got them in an outfitter store in Kalispell. So he's crushing it because everybody's up there camping. They want fire starters. So way to go, Duke. I got your back. I had to look at it. I apologize.
That was a cool one. Okay, next up we have Market Day, which James kind of gave a little premise to earlier. We have all these students in classrooms. Their teachers are having them create products or services within the class. And then from there, they actually get to either do it at like there's like a craft show in town. Some of them do this at basketball games. Some of them are selling like before and after school. This comes from our empowered curriculum, and they actually get like seed money, and then they pay back their loan. I guess it's a loan. Then they actually have to learn how to pay back their loan and then hopefully make money. Whatever money they make after their loan and after their supplies are paid for, they actually get to keep as high school students, which is pretty cool. We were seeing a lot of people submit for Market Day, and so we're like, let's make this a category. They're putting in all this hard work, and their teachers, I really commend their teachers because this is not an easy lift as a teacher. So let's kick this. Did I miss anything for Market Day, James? Did that kind of cover it? Cool. He's kind of like the Market Day extraordinaire. So we're gonna kick this off with honorable mention at $100. First, we've got Jay's keychains and bracelets. Kind of self-explanatory. Jordan out of Stevensville. We've got Brush and Paint Co. We've got some really talented kids up in here. This is Rylan from Frenchtown. Um, we've got Wicked Projects. That's Margaret from Frenchtown. Again, a lot of these are just really creative. Frenchtown Gear and Gifts. That's Liam and Landon trying to kind of fill a void with their Frenchtown gear. Uh, Great. So great job for the honorable mentions, and let's move into our winners. Sorry, anything that says finalist should say winner. That was my bad. $250. We've got first winner. These aren't in any order, but our first winner is Wholesome Waffle Mix Sophia from Sweet Sealy Swan. I've already talked to your teacher about bringing me some when I see her next because this stuff looks really good. She's got like some waffle mix that has better ingredients and it just looks amazing. We've got Patchy from Eleanor, super creative girl. We've got Frenchtown High School. There's a lot of stuff coming out of Frenchtown. We've got Santa's Clay Workshop. Simone, also a very, very cool thing she was selling at her craft bazaar, Frenchtown. And we've got Miracle bracelets by Zoe. She had some unique bracelets going here from Stevensville. And I think we just had top four here. So amazing work, Market Day kids. And I hope that you all made all of the money when you were selling. And remember, anything you start at your Market Day can turn into the existing business category. And I think it should if you want to, if you're passionate about what you started as a Market Day, we'd love to see you continue. So with that, we will get into our honorable mentions for new and existing businesses. New business is just an idea. It's not necessarily that they've started it. It's that actually none of them have started the new business. So it's something that they are passionate about or thought was a cool idea. There's some like inventions in the new business category, and these are just all idea based. Whereas existing is a business that is already going. These students are making money as high schoolers. They're side hustling. They're working at night. I don't even know when they fit some of this in along with their activities and sports. So that's the difference between new and existing. So first up, we're going to start with our silver honorable mentions in the new business category. We've got Canchin from Logan at Red Lodge High School. That's a music app. Swift Soul, Shreya, I don't want to say your name wrong, but it looks like a very pretty name. Sealy Swan High School has to do with cleats. We've got Walk in Charge, Porter and Dillon Hellcat High School. Thank you, Kino. It wanted all of the Hellgate to be Hellcat. So if you see that, I apologize. I tried to change them all. We're gonna blame Keynote, but you can blame me if you want. But
Go
that's
Hellcats. Go Hellcats.
so Hellcats. My bad. We've got the Ditch Defender, Willie Coulter and Benjamin, Sentinel High School. Really thinking big here. Cinnamon Strings Jazz, which is kind of cool because it was a music idea, and her name is Jazz. Love that. Hellgate High School. We've got Lighthouse from Quincy at Red Lodge High School. Blaze Guard Chefware, kind of self-explanatory. Callie from Red Lodge High School. Urban Sync, we've got Gabe at Hellgate High School. I think there's something in the water at Hellgate High School. We've got Smart Ride from Piper and Claire. I think that's all we've got for the new business honorable mention silver. So good work there, guys.
And I think
Oh, there's one more. Keepers,
we're
cool.
expecting one new name of a new idea next year out of Hellgate, and it needs to be called Hellcat. So just remember that Hellgate.
You
You're
know.
gonna get a mission called Hellcat next year. And then Finders Keepers, Isabel from Culbertson.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Now we've got the existing business silver honorable mention. So same thing, $100, but this is the businesses that are already up and running. We've got Local Brothers Landscaping with Gentry out of CM Russell High School. Sharing the love a little here now. Nope, there's Hellgate. I'm just kidding. We'll keep it where we know now. Treetop Hair Products, Elias. That's actually super cool. I can't believe you're making hair products as a high schooler. That's Hellgate High School. And we've got G6 Media, George out of Twin Bridges. Love seeing Twin Bridges up there again. So,
And
good work.
Tiana,
Yeah.
and just so you guys know, we had like 15 to 20 existing businesses in Montana, these high school kids. So it's super cool to see we got 20 high school kids already just getting the hustle going. And so just to let you know on some of those numbers. So
And
go ahead.
the thing I want to say with the honorable mentions, we've been seeing students resubmit and get higher scores. So if you are an honorable mention, you can submit again next year, and you can submit multiple submissions as long as they're different. If you want your feedback, we're going to try to get the feedback out better this year. If you want to just contact me or James directly, love to talk to you and help mentor you through some of your project stuff to help you get a better score. But yeah, these honorable mentions, it especially in the new business, it is so competitive, you guys. Like there's like over 70 new business ideas. So this is no easy feat to be on these lists. So I commend all of you. With that, we've got new gold honorable mentions. You guys get $200. We've got Shortcut Bowl Development from Tristan at CM Russell High School. Spike Savior, another cleat one from Colton and Tyler at Fergus High School. And we've got Big Sky Vet Connect Lily at Red Lodge High School. That was an app. And Scary, I spelled that wrong. Well, I did spell it right. I'm blaming Kino. I should have checked my work. It's actually Skary, but that was Ethan and Alex. They've got some C stuff going on at Manhattan High School. And Bounce Back Box Rain at Red Lodge High School trying to help her fellow athletes. So great ideas. And again, just keep cultivating those, you guys, or turn them into existing. Make those a real business. Now we've got into our existing gold honorable mentions at 200. We've got Narrow the Road Apparel Chase, Skyview High School, making some really cool Christian branded clothing. Detail Oriented LLC, we've got Leilani at Glacier High School. Love seeing Glacier in there. And Stone Sisters Jewelry LLC, that's Ella at Hellgate High School. So those were our existing gold honorable mentions. Oh, we had one more. Surprise, Sky High window washing. This is Daniel at Skyview High School. So great work on those ones, you guys. All right, we've got our new platinum honorable mentions at $300. Yes, James.
Do you want to tell them this group where they were at?
Yeah, so how we do this is we take the top, that's what, like, explain that process real quick. We take the top 10 out of new and existing. Those go to we offer our board, our Montana Chamber Board and our Foundation Board to join us on a Zoom meeting. And we view all 10 of these top ones. And the top 5 get invited to Bozeman that get picked out of that group, and then the rest are our platinum. So if you are in a platinum, you are almost there. So we highly encourage you to resubmit, work on your idea. And we saw a lot of resubmitters that either had a different idea from last year or brand new or the same idea that they reworked. So love to see it. This again, highly, highly competitive. So congratulations to all of our new business platinum honorable mentions at $300. We've got Rip Assist Callum, Hellgate High School, trying to help those guitar players out. We've got Shield and Bloom, Mila at Red Lodge, trying to keep girls safe. We've got Dancing on the Waves, Jessica at Capitol High School. Hopefully, she's going to start her own ballet studio with gear. We've got Grizzly Vending Colton at Frenchtown High School. Would love an update on if you're able to get some of these vending machines and get those rocking and rolling. We think you can make a pile of cash. And we've got Montana Euros, Derek at Sealy Swan High School. You just keep that one rolling. I think that you've got potential with that one, dude. All right, so awesome for our platinums. On to our existing business platinums. We've got Evan with his Art Co at Frenchtown High School. He has really, really worked hard on this idea, and you should check him out. He's got some really unique items for sale. We've got Mr. Magnet's Trip with about the most entertaining video I think I saw this whole prospect season out of Frenchtown. He's making some cool photo magnets for your refrigerator, but I think he has some potential in acting as well. We've got Load and Go Junk Removal Easton out of Fergus High School. I've got some junk in my backyard. If you ever make your way down to Colstrip, I could highly use your trailer you've got. We've got Nails by Ken's, Mackenzie, Hellgate High School. Super impressive what she's doing with making nail sets and doing people's nails, and I could use her as well. Too bad I live too far away. I don't live by anybody. And then we've got Creations by Isla, Aaliyah in Sealy Swan High School. Love that. I could really use your stuff to focus. She is really cranking out some cool things for people. So let's give a quick round of applause for our existing. Before we get into our Grand Champion winners, I just want to talk real quick about our Grand Champion event in Bozeman. First off, we want to extend a huge thank you to Jake Jabs at the College of Business. We work really close with Trevor Huffmaster, who graciously hosts us on the campus at Jake Jabs. It's so cool to be there, you guys. This is something you middle schoolers and elementary schoolers should really be striving for. And if you're a high schooler, really be cultivating your ideas to get here. This is my favorite thing to do. I love hanging out with the entrepreneurs that come. It's fun seeing your families, and we invite your parents. You guys get to come stay in a hotel. We have a networking social the night before. Everyone gets a good dinner. And then the day of, we have some really awesome judges that come in person. You guys pitch Shark Tank style. You guys get to see the campus at Bozeman. You get to meet some really cool business people. It's just a really fun event, and I'm just so proud of everyone who just worked so hard to get to come here and puts in that effort. James, do you have anything to add about the Grand Champion event?
No, I think they're more excited about lunch than the opportunity to win $5,000, but I get that. But yeah, I mean that one too is it's just we're excited, and I think every year we go and see it, and watching the virtual presentations and watching some, and we know there's so many kids around the state of Montana that are going to be doing great things. And so it is amazing to see these kids put on their presentations, and like everybody, like, you know what, we're all going to be good, and it's awesome and we love it. So you guys kill it.
And
So
James, since you're going to be announcing the new business finalists, would you mind explaining our new structure for this year, please?
yeah. All right. So last couple of years, everybody won money right now. And so there's going to be incentives. Anybody. So obviously we might have to switch it up a little bit, but these finalists right now, I'm going to do the new, and Tiana is going to do existing. But these five finalists are invited to come down on May 18th for a chance to win $5,000. Everybody that shows up on campus is going to be getting this year they're going to be walking out with a check between $500 and $5,000. And so we're not going to be paying everybody right away to become finalists. We want it to be a little bit more competitive, that you come in knowing you're going to get a check for at least $500. But if you get after it and you really, put some effort in this next month of trying to really sell it, make some improvements to your ideas, where you're going to go with it, work with some mentors about how you can make your existing business better, all those types of things. We really want you to push and take that money and see if, you continue to, start your businesses or move it on. So these five, and if you want to get to it, so these five, which go back, you can click it. So obviously, no particular order. These are
They're
the
in
new
ABC order.
ideas. What now?
They're in alphabetical order, so no order
So
of
they are in a particular order, but not by ranking.
Nope.
So we'll go with that. The Egg app together, Billings Career Center, teacher Scott Hansen, cool app about trying to connect young farmers and egg and creating kind of a social community that hasn't been kind of out there before. Super cool idea on an app. So, okay, great job, Kaya. Carelift, Brock, Helena Hyde, teacher Dillard Torgerson, trying to disrupt, trying to get people to healthcare and have a community to kind of disrupt the ability to make it to and from, you're traveling with your healthcare stuff. It's such a cool idea to solve some of the transportation, from rural Montana. A lot of people come to Billings for the hub, and when you're in there and you can kind of communicate, it's super
Oh,
cool.
there's Brock.
So-
Brock's gonna say something. Hi, Brock.
Hey,
Hi,
Brock.
how's it going?
Good. How are you? Congratulations.
Congrats.
I'm doing really good now. Thank you guys so much. This is so cool. It's our first year ever doing it at Helena High School. We had a teacher come from Butte. He had a student who got second place last year in the existing business category, and he encouraged me to join this year. And I started working on my project. And like I said in my project, we were having some struggle with my mom with cancer, and so I it was something I was really passionate about at the time because we were going through a treatment and stuff, and it made me think of all the difficult stuff people have to go through. And so it's just really awesome that I was able to be a part of this. And thank you so much for letting me continue on.
Yep. Well, you're going to get a chance at $5,000. So you just keep working on that idea, Brock. And hey, thanks for stepping in and saying something. Hey, maybe we'll get more people to do this. Thanks, Brock.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Dude,
feel
great
free
job.
to hop on when you guys get your name called. All right.
All right. And third, Enduro Surf, Hellgate High School. You guys, this is taking a rash guard, but then shoulder injuries are one of the biggest injuries within surfing. So making compression rash guards that are going to help with shoulder injuries and, being able to do that. So kind of coming up with a cool idea of things that are out there that are not on the market.
Oh,
So
there he
way
is.
to
There's
go.
our guy. Hi. Oh, he's still
There
muted.
we go.
There he is.
Thank you guys so much. That I was not expecting that at all.
Congratulations.
Well, good, great day. Way to think outside the box. Way to hit the big wave and get after it.
Nice.
So,
All right.
hey, Steve. All right, next, Kitchell Creations, Mikhail, Frenchtown High School. This kid, talk about a daredevil. He building stuff with 3D printing. He took his device and rolled down a hill and came out unscathed. He killed it. So great job to Kitchell Creations.
Not seeing him, but great work. Your video was right up there with the Mr. Magnet's entertainment level.
Good. All right. And Luminex Aquatics swim timing pad, Heart. And this is out of the Billings Career Center. Also super cool, trying to use photonics to disrupt soft touches when swimming, when it's competitive swimming. So everybody that, when you finish, they got to hit the timer to stop the clock. This is trying to make this more efficient, better, and less chance of not getting a score. So super cool idea out of that. And so with everybody, those are the 5 new ideas that are going to be coming to Bozeman. I'll give this right now. You guys will have some time. The 5 finalists. Hopefully, you guys are listening. Um, if you decline, one of the platinum honorable mentions will come up to try to win $500. So if you can't make it, you're going to forfeit your chance at $500. You might get a $300 check and you'll get swapped out. So hopefully you guys are making the arrangements to come down. This is an opportunity for $5 grand. So see if you can work. We know sometimes, but we've only, I think, ever had one team not show. So most times in life, if somebody says you can get $5 grand, you're going to show up on a Monday. So, all right, that's just a little housekeeping there. And that's going to be the same with the finalists here. And Tiana, take it over.
And not because we needed to be any more antsy for more winners, but I'll drag this out a little longer. I will be sending out emails and communicating with you as far as details for the in-person event, and I'll make sure no one gets lost in the shuffle. I know all your teachers, don't worry. Okay, so finalists, existing business. Here we go. We've got AM Pork, Adelaide, out of Stevensville High School. Teacher Jackie Bauman. She has her own meat processing business already as a high schooler, and something super cool is she actually employs fellow like DECA, I think she might have said FFA, some kind of like club members in her business. So congratulations to AM Pork. I may need a sample when you come. I love all meat except lamb, but you don't do lamb, so that's good. Okay, I'm not seeing her pop up, so I'm going to move on. And if you do see someone, just tell me because I'm like looking on 2 screens. That's why I keep looking down. Sorry. Okay.
Adelaide, I'm okay with lamb if you do lamb. So just letting you know, just throwing them.
We've got Cooney Precision Genetics, Reese and Ella. Congratulations, Harlowton High School teacher Joe Vanek. They are doing some really cool things with cows and some AI insemination and things that I would have literally never thought of as a high schooler, and I still don't quite understand now, but I'm super excited for you guys to come to Bozeman and explain more to us. Really excited about your idea, and yeah, congratulations, Reese and Ella, who are sisters. How cool to get to do something like this with your sibling. Okay. All right, Shortcut Customs. We've got Tristan, CM Russell High School. Teacher Jessica, Tristan, we are so excited to have you in Bozeman. He is doing some really cool stuff with his printing and really solving some problems. He started with a chicken feeder. Now he's on to stuff for a major company that he's creating a tool, not a tool, but like something to help them with. I probably totally butchered that, but he will not because he knows exactly what he's talking about and he has some gears rolling in his head. So congratulations, Tristan.
And
Thank you guys
Tiana,
again.
yeah, you know it, Tristan. Tristan, great work. I want to give Tristan a shout out. You guys, Tristan is one of the few kids that submitted in both new and in existing business. He got money for both. He wasn't I'm sure, Tristan, you probably wanted to be a finalist in both and try to get 10 grand and be greedy, but it didn't happen this year. But Tristan was also a finalist last year. And so he took some of his ideas. And so way to not be discouraged by not winning last year and coming back, making the changes. And that's what being entrepreneurial is about, is keeping it going, coming up with those ideas. So as you guys, everybody else out there, make those changes and it'll pay off. So great work, Tristan. We're excited to see you again, buddy.
Good. Okay. All right. We've got Sunny Sips, Alyssa, Sentinel High School, teacher Andrea. She has the cutest dirty soda trailer you've ever seen. She showed us how she makes them. She's going to be kicking off some events here in the Missoula area this summer. And Alyssa is also another one. She had a completely different idea as a finalist this year, or last year, sorry. It just didn't really go. And so she totally went back to the blank drawing board and now has her own full-fledged business. And we'll be seeing her again. So, Alyssa, congratulations. And if there's any way for you to bring some of your Sunny Sips to Bozeman, I would not be opposed. I am a massive dirty soda connoisseur. So, I had no say in these finalists, so I can be biased.
And
But
sugar-free syrups for the diabetic would be great. But also kids getting after it. She was in New Idea last year and existing business this year. So way to stay on it. So, all right, next one.
all right, is this our last one or do we have two more?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Can't count. All right, here we go. We have YAU Studios, Declan out of Hellgate High School. We've got another Steve. We cannot wait to have you in Bozeman. I don't know when Declan sleeps. He showed us he's designing clothes, he's getting them made, he's shipping them, he's got his whole like social media storefront rolling, he's doing drops, he's marketing himself. I was tired just watching your video, but in the best way possible. And my daughter thought that like your head in the pavement was hilarious. So great work. He talked a few times how he started on his girlfriend's iPad, and now he's got this full-fledged clothing business with some really, really different and unique styles that you would not typically see in Montana in the best possible way. I think that's so amazing. So congratulations, Declan. Do we have Declan anywhere, or should I?
Go to the next slide.
All right. Okay. So those are our top 10 that will be coming to Bozeman. But everybody who has been on this show, like we said, I mean, keep reworking your ideas. Thank you for being here. And we do just want to extend a huge thank you to first off the students who submitted these ideas. You guys put in the work with your papers and your videos, but that was not done without the help of your teachers. I know that. James and I have both been in that position helping you guys submit, and we just love to see it. We love the effort you all put in. Our judges, we had an amazing group of judges this year, and we have amazing in-person ones in Bozeman. Oh, nope. We've got our parents. Thank you for having these children so that they could submit to our event. And for supporting your kids. We know, especially with like the existing business, they couldn't do it without you. And thank you for getting them to school. Prize sponsors, literally couldn't do it without them. They help fund us, and we are so grateful to every single dollar we get. Our chamber board members and our Envision 2026 investors, thank you for the support you show us, and our partners. James?
Obviously, we do want to have a big thank you to our boss, CEO, President of Montana Chamber of Commerce, Todd O'Hare, for trusting us to keep doing this competition. As we wrap up, I don't know, Todd, you can shake no. Do you want to say a quick thank you or anything to all the people today? Or
Yeah, thanks, James. And I want to thank everyone and congratulate everyone for participating and submitting these ideas, and especially for the winners. It really is kind of one of the highlights that we have of the years, being able to go through all the submissions, and the hard part is trying to pick out the winners. And so you're all winners. Some of you were just more winners than others, right, today. And so we look forward to seeing you in Bozeman. Want to also make sure that you notice here on the screen, James put up the sponsors that make this happen. And so as you see these logos on the screen, keep them in mind, because they're the ones that are providing the dollars that we're going to be awarding out, and the dollars that we awarded out today. So keep these folks in mind, because they believe in you, and I would encourage you to, use their businesses as you can as you go through your day. So thanks again, James and Tiana, for all the work that you put into this.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank you, Todd. Yes, I think we're set. Tiana, I know anybody that's gonna stick around, if any of the finalists or anybody has any questions, we'll stay on for a minute. I do know we're gonna run through the school enterprise in 406 for a couple of teachers that got on at 11:50. So we'll do that. But anybody else, if not, please reach out to us, Tiana or myself. We'll see some people. If anybody wants to come and just watch the in-person, you can go back to that one, Tiana. To the Grand Championship, it is open. Would love to see people, bring family and friends and stuff. Obviously, we can't pay for hotels for everybody, but if you can get